Okay, we have built our post page, we have built our static page, we have also built our comment section, and let's see what else can we build. Okay, so there's all this stuffs are done. Front page and the home page are basically the same thing. We can do that one. And we have built the single.php. Single page is nothing but your post page, so we already built that. Single post type is for developers, so you want to create like custom design or some kind of, I don't know, like a job portal or something. If you want to build a different app, you will have to specify a different post type for that. But we're gonna leave this for the developer staff. So we already built the page. The next one is this one. Okay, there's the page, category, tag, and taxonomy. Author, date, archive, search, attachment, image, and 404. Okay, so these pages are very related to each other. They kind of looks almost same. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to our code and let's look for the default page. Okay, so I can copy this URL here, I paste it. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, so as you can see that we have the list of items here in the default page. Now, if you check out the first one, which we have is the category. So in WordPress, every category can have a specific description. So we can add some excerpt over here. So let's copy this name. I'm just going to copy this name over here, and I'm going to save this page as category.html. Okay, and the only thing what we're going to change here is we're going to add an excerpt. Okay, let's get back to this one. Let's hit refresh, and now you can see that. Okay, so I need to get back to my category page over here. Okay, so now you can see that my category page has a little bit of excerpt, and it has all the list of posts that comes in that category. And the next one is tags. Usually tags don't have any kind of description there, so I need to get rid of that one. So save this as tag, and we don't need the excerpt here, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, save that. And now let's get back to our list of posts, and this is our tag. Okay, so we have this one. The next one is taxonomy. We need author. So if the user clicks on the author page, we need a huge list of posts created by that author. So I'm gonna save this as author.html. Okay, and let's see how that looks. It's actually gonna look exactly the same way how the other posts look. So we need date. These posts are going to be related to the date, so we need to create based on date. So I'm going to save this as date. Okay, and let's see how that one looks. I'm just checking to verify that page is created and it doesn't have any issues. So most of the time you forget something and some issues happen. So every time you create a new page, it's always a good idea to verify that page. Okay, we have archives. So usually archives don't have any kind of description, so I'm going to leave it blank. I'm going to call this as archive.html, and let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks good. The next one is search. Now this is the most important part. See, what happens is when the user types in something over here and he hits on the search button, he will get a list of posts to display. Okay, so here what we need to do is we need to give a simple search bar item and what he has searched for. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this as, and I'm going to change this name. I'm going to call this as search. Okay, and here in the h1 we're going to say you searched for, and like your term. Okay, and this is where our form will come in. So I'm going to remove this one, say there.mb3, and here we're going to say input, type is search, it's a class, and I already have the class names, so I'm just going to copy this one. Okay, let's get back to the header and paste it over here. I'm going to call this as placeholder searched for. Actually, basically what happens is this placeholder will be replaced with the actual search term what you searched for. So I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Let's go for search page. Okay, so this will be kind of replaced, like you just have search for now, but this will be like replaced with the term which you are writing. So basically that will have a default value, but that's going to be dynamic, so we're not going to do that over here. And also I think the search bar looks pretty huge, so in my navigation bar I already have that, so I'm just going to copy this and I'm just going to replace that with this one. Okay, so let's get back over here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so we have this, and I need to make this bit smaller, so I'm going to change this one to 6 and change this one also to 6. Let's get over here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so that looks pretty good now. And now that we have our search, so we have attachment. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a duplicate of the post page image. When you want to see that image, you can see this in the attachment format. So let's see how that looks. So this is how it looks. So it's basically same post thing, so it can have some descriptions for the image. If you have written something, it will have all those other details. Okay, so we have the image. This is again the same thing. So let's just copy this one, and I'm gonna just save this as image.html. So if somebody clicks on an image, that image will be loaded in a single page and the same thing will display. So basically attachment is like anything, like a PDF maybe, or a media file that's going to load up and show that up over here, and the image is going to do the same thing. Okay, so let's see how we can create this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this page as 404. Okay, and everything will remain same, but we don't need the sidebar or any of those items over here. So I'm just going to get rid of the entire thing, the body content which is available here. So just get rid of this one. Okay, and here we're going to simply have a heading tag, and what this heading tag would say is 404 page not found. 404 page not found. Now you can get creative over here. Let me show you how that looks like. Okay, so we have like 404 page not found. You can get more creative. So for example, in my code, what I have done here, I have an image called p.png, which I got it from Human's website. We can use this in our project. So what we can do is we can just add, we will use this in our project. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this one, and here I'm just going to add a div.my, I'm going to call this as not found content. Okay, as a text center, and here and inside that I'm going to say div.container, so div.row, and here we'll say justify content center. Okay, and inside this will say div.call lg6.call md6, and we're going to add our img tag, and img p.png. I'm going to give it class for this, the img fluid. Okay, so I'll save this and remove this one. That's going to be hyphen there. Okay, let's save this. Let's get back over here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, that's in center. I need some margin top and bottom, so I'm going to call this as mt5 and say mb5. That's going to give more spacing. So I hit refresh and I can see that looks like this. Okay, so it says 404 page not found. So basically our blog app is built up. We have a beautiful home page. We have an archives page where we can display all the archives. We have categories list. We have a beautiful sidebar with the subscribe option, archives and posts. So we also have single page option where we can show up the single page. We can show posts, and the posts now have a comment option where the user can post his comments, and there's a whole lot of stuff which we just created.